Oh yeah, let's go ahead. Go ahead and turn this off real quick. Oh, all right, we got that out the way. Every week we mess up something. Okay, now we back. We back. Welcome again. It's another Wednesday night. It's 8:30 on the East Coast. So that means it's time for the No Name Night Show. Hey, welcome everybody. Hope everybody had a good week. And just like I said 2 minutes ago, it was September 1st. It's already October the 4th. We almost done. 23 is almost in the books and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all had a good year so far. I hope your year wasn't too bad and everything like that. Welcome again. I'm your co-host for the No Name Night Show. My name is Don.
Hey, you guys, I'm Antionette.
All right. Once again, every week we talked about stuff that has nothing to do with anything or something that do with everything. Go ahead and join the show. If you want to be part of the show, we're going to go ahead and put the link in the comment section real quick. As soon as my computer stops doing all these pop-up notifications, I don't care. We copy that. I'm going to copy the link and post it into the comment section. There you go. Go ahead and click that link and join the show and be a part of the show, the No Name Night Show. You know what I'm saying? We try to do this thing every Wednesday night, you know what I'm saying? Coming to you live from Florida, Palm Bay, Florida, that is. We'll give a shout out to the Space Coast. Y'all go ahead and join the show. But before we get into the show, you know, we got to take care of a little bit of business once again. If you are in the Brevard County area, if you need to get tightened up with your braids and everything like that, look at me. I'm in the need of a tightening up. If you want to get tightened up, go ahead and the link is in the chat right there. You see, Charmaine Brown, OneGlossJeans.com. Go ahead and book your appointment today and get tightened up for that Halloween party. So you make sure you're not looking spooky. You being the host with the most, you know what I'm saying? Your hair won't be looking spooky. Your house might be looking spooky, but your dome might not be looking spooky like this. You don't want to be looking spooky like that. Also, if you need, it's not too late. Go ahead and book tables, chairs, tents, whatever you need. Universal Events.social. We got everything you need so you can throw the best backyard party for your Halloween ghouls and goblins, you little ghouls and goblins. If you're having a little party at your house, if you're having a little party at your church, if you're having a little party at your school or your job, Universal Events.social. And last but not least, if you like the little song that we played at the beginning of the show, that's an original track made by a young brother named Max. The link to all his beats is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So just copy down that link, stgbandit.com, and then you could find some original tracks on there made by him. So anyway, let's get into the show. Once again, we welcome our panel. We got Chris T on the show. Welcome.
Hey y'all.
How you doing?
I'm on time today.
Uh-oh. I forgot about that. Yeah, I got to turn the music up so I can hear y'all. I forgot to do that. Say it again. I'm sorry. Let's do it again.
I said I'm on time tonight.
Oh yeah. That's what's up. Nothing wrong with that. How's it going out there? Where you on your side of town?
Just finished tutoring. Is everything good? Everything copacetic. Yeah.
Everything good, copacetic. Yeah. So tutoring. That means you got some parents that are actually taking part into the child's education.
Yeah, I got a good parent. She's very active and she just want her kid to do well. So, I got a busy schedule, but I made time for her.
You made time for it? No, I've seen a lot of TikTok videos where the teachers they talking bad about the kids not being on the level and everything like that. Are you experiencing anything like? Matter of fact, what grade you teach? But first of all, huh?
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade. Oh, so I don't know. You could tell us. Fourth grade. They still kind of learning how to read, right? They're not. They just,
no. They expect to be reading novels.
You reading novels by? You should be reading novels by fourth grade. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think you're right about that because I think one of my favorite novels, and I started reading around fourth grade, was Super Fudge. That's an old book. I don't know if y'all know about that, but Super Fudge, it's pretty good. I can't remember what it was about, but for some reason I just remember that book. I think that's the first novel that I read. I think that's why I always remember it. Super Fudge. Look it up. It might be good for your fourth graders.
Super Fudge. They on the kids like the what do they shine like? What's that called? Charmaine?
Cat Dog.
Dog
Man.
Oh man, these kids they
that don't count.
Math and they be sneaking reading Dog Man, and I don't even get mad about it though. Like,
long as they read it, right?
They be peeking. Listen, they literally be sneaking. They be acting like they're bending down just to read it. And I was like, wow, this book must be very inspiring for these kids.
Yeah, he got about 10 copies, I think. Yeah, he got a lot of them things stacked up. Dog Man comics. Dog
Man is taking over.
and the cat one too, I think.
Oh, what's that one called?
I don't know what the cat called.
Oh yeah, Pete the Cat.
That's what it's called, Pete the Cat. Oh yeah.
But they got he's on Hitler and
oh yeah, he's interested now in like World War II stuff now.
What?
Yeah, he be reading about the Nazis and Hitler and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh man, listen, that is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. Like I like kids reading that, but I don't never like push it on them, because that's one of those ones. If you're just not a really big on reading, you're gonna go crazy reading that. You're not gonna understand it. But if you're a good reader, like that's what you want to read. That's knowledge right there.
Yeah, he say it's very interesting because I be looking at him like, boy, what is you reading? But at the same time, I was like, okay, go ahead and read whatever you want to read.
Now, are you gonna let him? Are you gonna let him watch the Anne Frank? The Anne Frank story?
I know the story, but I don't have no interest to it.
I don't know if he had the patience for that right now. He barely wanted to sit down and watch that new Ninja Turtle movie. So so I don't know if he
it's short.
I
don't
know.
Movie, that might be a little bit too mature for him. But
maybe in a couple of years.
Like, if he's interested in Hitler, he got to know like what the people went through, and I just like it's not probably appropriate for his age level, but like it's something to get, because it's a child in it, like it's dealing with kids. So if once he get older, if he's still interested, definitely let him watch Anne Frank, man. That movie I sat here, me and my kids sat here for like a whole 2 hours, 3 hours. It was fascinating to me.
Oh, I don't think I ever watched it.
I'm quite sure. I mean, I have watched it.
I don't think I ever watched it.
I think he'll really like it. It's just that the how long the movie is.
It's in
So
black and
Yeah,
white too, right?
yeah, it's they have a black and white.
yeah, it is in black and white. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not, but
I
it's
be
not like
I
old fashioned black and white. It's more
right.
modernized.
Modern, kind of like that's like that other movie, Schindler's List. That one shot in black and white and everything. So,
Yeah.
so, so you cool at the elementary level? I'm just saying, like you never thought about going to middle school or high school?
Oh, I started out in middle school. I didn't know you didn't
Oh,
know
you
that.
started off? No, I ain't know
Yeah,
that. I
straight out
thought
of
you always
college,
been
I did.
elementary.
Nah, I did middle school.
Oh,
I
what
did
year
middle
was that?
school for about, what was it, 2.5, almost 3 years, and but I was young going into middle school, so
Oh,
the kids was taller than me. It was a lot to take on. I think some of the little kids had little crushes on me. I said I got to get up out of here. Like
oh man.
I got to
Uh,
go down to the little kids. So
and what to school? What grade level you taught me? You said middle school. Jeez.
I taught 7th and 8th. I taught
So, oh, you did both. Okay. Math,
yeah.
English.
No, listen, I taught the years that I was there, and I ain't gonna say what school because it's Brevard County.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
about to say what school, but the years that I was there, I taught an integrated curriculum studies, which was actually helping the kids who was like struggling in a lot of the academic areas, like the reading, the math. So like my class was like strictly help support the kids in those areas. It was actually a pretty cool class. I actually liked it. It's really nice, but it was just, with me being young, I felt like maybe I need to get some more experience in elementary. So that's how I ended up.
Oh, okay. Going
Yeah.
down. Okay. I don't know what happened because I was hearing a lot of interference in my headphones, but it's gone now. I don't know what it was like a humming noise. Y'all ain't hear it?
Yeah, clapping noise.
No, it's a humming noise, like zzz, like
Humming?
that.
No, I don't hear it.
Oh, okay. No, I don't hear it no more. Whatever, it must have fixed itself. But anyway, oh, but yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. No, I just reason why I asked because I see all the and TikToks and everything. I don't know if this is Florida, if this happening in Florida. It probably is, but I guess there's other parts of the country where these kids are getting pushed through and they in 8th grade but could barely read on 4th grade level or whatever like that. So that's
It's
how.
it. That's a that's a very controversial subject.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure. Oh, so that's your way of saying you can't talk about it.
It's it's controversial, in the sense that it just depends on the school district.
Yeah.
It depends on the school, and it depends on the teacher. So like those things are, accounted for why a teacher or why they decide to push a kid on if they're not ready. Also, I will say this I guess a lot of parents might not notice, but before we fail a kid, we have to make sure that we understand the whole child and their environment and their struggles and everything, because every time you fail a child, it pushes them that much further from graduating.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So if if you take a you just keep failing a child gonna end up dropping out. So that's not the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay. I hear that, but don't. But but if you're not able to read on level, you just and how they say delaying the inevitable, so to speak. They eventually going to drop out anyway because the
well,
work
no.
they ain't going to be able to grasp the work.
Well, what happens is we live in a time where IEPs are becoming very, very real.
You say IPs,
IEP.
IEPs.
IEPs. Okay.
That's helping kids who have those academic struggles. So, for example, let's say little Jimmy in kindergarten wasn't able to retain all his 50 sight words by the end of kindergarten.
Right.
Teacher, parents, administration come together and say, hey, Jimmy is making some gains. We
Right.
don't think that he should be held back in kindergarten because he shows some growth. However, what we're going to do is keep an eye on him. So 1st grade comes around, little Jimmy's making a little bit more gain, but not on grade level 1st grade, right?
Right. Right.
So at that point, a conversation is discussed, and we decide what can we do to better serve Jimmy. Okay, are we going to offer him more intervention and support? Are we going to classify him as having an intellectual disability? What are we going to do, right? So you discuss all of this before we retain a kid. A lot of things, a lot of protocols are, you know, are discussed. We don't just fail a kid. We don't say, hey, Jimmy just not making no progress, we're gonna fail Jimmy. We don't do that. And we don't also say we're gonna pass Jimmy either. So like,
Okay.
yeah, it's a discussion. And to be honest, it's a lot of it falls on the parents. The more you advocate for your child, the more it's going to be beneficial for you. So if the parent is, if Miss Sally ain't never been up to the school when when the teachers are calling and the administration is saying, hey, Jimmy's not doing well, then of course we're going to have to make that decision without the parents, being attentive with it, like, so it all depends on the collaboration of like what you did, what you want to do for the child.
Okay. So I guess things are different now because I know back in the day, summer school saved me. I went to summer school like almost every other year when I went to summer school, second grade, seventh grade, ninth grade, and 11th grade. Yeah, I would have had to go to summer school. If it wasn't for that, your boy probably wouldn't have made it.
So wait, you was going to summer school because you was on the verge of failing?
Well, second grade, I know I was. See, elementary, I probably wouldn't have went to summer school at all if it wasn't for living situation when I was in second grade. Our living situation wasn't good, so I wasn't doing homework, stuff like that. Because I wasn't going straight home. I was staying at somebody's house till late, and then
Right,
by the time my mama got me, she ain't doing no damn homework. She worried about getting us into bed so she could get up and go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I know that's the reason why I failed, almost failed second grade, but seventh, 11th, and seventh, ninth, and 11th. That was on me. That was on me. I probably ain't do something I was supposed to do and everything like that. But what I'm saying is, summer school saved me. It seems like summer school is summer school still a thing these days?
So that's good you asked that. Summer school we have changed the dynamic of summer school. Summer school is no longer a
A
program
makeup.
to help kids who are failing. It actually is an accelerated academic supportive program that actually can help a kid get ahead too. So
Uh,
the
yeah,
school
right, right.
district, huh?
I said right, right, right. That makes sense.
The school districts are trying to come up with more positive ways to look at school, and instead of just saying, hey, you're gonna have to go to summer school, Jimmy, you're gonna have to go to summer school this year because you're not doing well. No, we say, Jimmy, hey, reading would be really good if you join this program for the summer, and hey, it's free to your parents, right?
Right,
So
right.
like
And
we
it's worth
huh
credits. It's worth credits.
yeah. So if you're in high school, yeah, summer school is credit. Yeah, you get credits for it. But now they got more virtual digital learning opportunities for high schoolers. So they don't actually have to per se always come to
Come on campus.
yeah, they don't have to come to campus. They can actually do it virtually too, you know.
Right.
So that's actually a good alternative for kids who, they, for whatever reason, they don't get up on time, because summer school is, you got to be there. You know what I'm saying? You got to be there.
Right.
You got to be there on time. You miss school, you're not going to get the credit. So it's other options for high schoolers to obtain their credits now. But summer school is no longer looked at as a retention program,
A
to try to,
retention deterrent program. Because like
yeah, it's
if
trying.
you didn't go to summer school, you didn't. That was your last chance, so you was going to stay back. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it was. Even when
Right. Right.
I was
Right. Yeah.
in school, that was how it was. It's like you go to summer school, you going to summer school because you about to flunk.
Right. Right. Right.
We don't try to look at it like
Yeah.
that no more. More
I was a
school,
summer school king.
yeah. I don't think nobody cheering on to be the summer school king.
No, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. That's four and a half weeks of your summer gone. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I think you might got 3 weeks off and then back to regular school, something like
Yep,
that.
and you ain't happy. You ain't happy in summer school. And guess what?
Nah,
The teachers ain't happy either.
nah.
The teachers
No, I
ain't.
It's
did.
like,
I did see a thing where the little boy, it was a bus driver. She actually it was a little boy. I guess she was taking him home or something, but he actually tore up the front of the bus. Like
He what?
he hit her with his phone in her mouth,
Oh
and
my
then
god.
like got off the bus. She put him off the bus and closed the door so he wouldn't come back on. And it was a clear, clear situation, and he done tore up the front part of the bus. So the antenna part, I guess it wouldn't allow the bus to move because they was like, "Why are you still there? Leave him,
Oh
leave him."
wow.
And I was like, "Leave him." I was like, "That's somebody's kid," but you
why
know,
he just told the bus for no reason, or she was getting on him or something.
I don't know, but it was a summer school situation. You
Oh,
know what I'm
summer
saying? So
school. Oh,
she was, I guess, drop him off at home, and maybe he had a bad day at summer school or something. But he took his phone and smashed up against her mouth. It was,
Up
yeah.
on her mouth?
And
What?
damn.
so she
Oh
put
my
him,
god.
she put him off. She stopped the bus and put him off wherever she was at, and they was like,
I don't know.
close the door. So it's the kids. You
It's
know what I'm saying? So it's a
it's
disciplinary.
it's
We
crazy. That's
it's
crazy.
hard. It's listen, I thought, truthfully, bus drivers got it hard. I'm gonna be honest. Bus drivers got it hard. We got it
Oh
hard
yeah,
too
they do.
sometimes,
Yeah,
but listen, you trying to take care of some kids. I mean, in the morning time, I guess is a lot better. But you
yeah.
taking care of some kids after school where their hyperness is times 1,000 and they
Yeah.
don't want to sit down. That's the most challenging thing that you could do in the education system is be a bus driver, taking kids home. So I applaud them. I give them nothing but their flowers now because it's
Well,
hard.
shout out to the bus driver.
Yeah, they need a little bit more assistance, but I think Deshaun's bus, he has like it's the bus driver, then an assistant on the bus, so it's just not the bus driver by himself.
Yeah, I
So
think elementary they got
yeah, so I think they
the
probably on
two
there
people on there.
singing row your boat or something.
What you say? What? What
I
they
said
doing?
I
Singing.
guess she got them on there singing so they can calm down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Row
good,
your boat.
good. Yeah.
For real?
Something. No, I'm just saying
Oh,
like because it's not.
that's crazy.
Oh, you said
He
that
actually be
being
having
funny.
fun on there. They actually no,
Oh,
they actually be doing a little trivia on his bus, so she know how to get them all. You know what I'm saying?
I
To
don't
calm
know. I
down.
think I know it might. Like I said, where we at might be. It might be boring sometimes, but I think certain things we our children that go to school that aren't exposed to what things people might go through in other cities.
Right,
We might have a one off every now and then,
right.
but we don't have. I don't think for
Too
the most
much
part we have
craziness.
that crazy stuff.
Yeah,
The other schools, I mean,
that is
you on the front line, so you would know more better than we would. But I don't hear too much.
that is true. We don't have a. I'm not saying we exempt from it, but I will say our county is definitely not as bad as other counties when it comes to, like, for example, I have heard. You know how we see these TikToks? This ain't Florida. This is not Brevard County that those
right.
kids are like fighting the teachers.
Touching teachers, yeah,
No, we're not doing that. We definitely doing it in my school. You know, we ain't doing it in my school, but we definitely ain't doing it in Brevard County. Last year, our what is it? His name, Sheriff Ivy.
yeah,
He made a big news. He made everybody. It was so controversial because he was basically saying like the teachers are quitting, right? So he's
yeah.
saying like, listen, he made an urgent news report and said, listen, we're not tolerating it. If you misbehave, we're going to give you some major consequences because these teachers, they don't feel safe coming to school. They don't want to come to school. They don't want to, be teachers anymore. And so he had to make a decision whether we're going to be harder on the children with disciplinary actions, or are we going to, these teachers are not going to continue to stay in the county. So,
Now,
Right.
now, now, you might know what changed. You know, I've been out what, almost 25 years since I left high school since I graduated. Next Next will be 25 years. Um, when I went to school, let's let welcome C Brown to the show. When I went to school, you get into a fight, that's automatic 10 days. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
junior high, it was 3. Elementary wasn't too many fights in elementary, so I think they do the all right. No, and then they said we had detention. If you went to detention. If you skipped detention, you had to go to Saturday school. If you skipped Saturday school, you had to go to in school suspension. If you mess up in school suspension, then you get suspended at home. Now I don't even think you go home if you get into a fight.
No,
Am
you
I?
go home. You
They
go
do
home.
go home, but not for 10 days though.
It just listen. It just depends on the school district. It just depends on the school system. That actually that school and their position on it. It is schools that will suspend you after 10, for 10 days,
ten
and
days.
then they go ahead and send you to alternative school too.
Yeah.
So you could do one and done, meaning you can get your first straight. I had a friend, um, who I'm really good friends with, and at one point, she called me and was like asking my advice in regards to a situation that happened at her child's school where he said something like, I'm gonna beat you up and you ain't gonna walk the next day or something like that. Like maybe he said something like that. I don't think that was his exact words, but he
Yeah.
made a threat. How
Yeah.
about the next day they call immediate meeting and they decided that they was not willing to take a chance on this child and they expelled him.
Oh, they
So
expelled. Oh, okay, okay.
and
Now,
this was
okay,
a
that's
little boy. This was a little boy,
oh, it's
this,
a little.
he was
Oh,
8 or 9 years old at the time. So no, it depends on
I guess so.
where the school position falls on that. Some schools are more lenient, but some are very strict.
Yeah, cause I know. Yeah, even back in the day, even just instigating a fight would get you 10 days. When we was going to school, so I don't. Even if you ain't throw a bunch, but you the one hype the thing up, that you caught days for that. But now I don't know. Maybe in the last 2 school years things have changed, but I don't know. But before that, I just noticed. If they got they so I guess some people saying suspending a child ain't the best thing for them or something like that. Not I was like, well, how do you keep
It,
control if they able to do what they want to do and then nothing ain't gonna happen to them?
well, it goes back to parenting.
I mean, yeah, but obviously ain't no good parenting. This was this was the kind of suspending your child was kind of like forcing the parent to parent. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, somebody got to watch it for 10 days.
There you
you
go.
know,
That's what you fall in there
yeah,
because some of the parents, 10 days to a parent is like who gonna watch this child? That's their mentality. You like, well, who's gonna watch this kid? If he can't be in school and I can't lose my job, who's supposed to watch him? And so, we as I mean, not to say that we're gonna ever just let a child be in school if they're causing a threat to anybody or causing harm. Well, I will say that it's major discussion that goes into disciplinary actions against kids, whether what degree it falls under, what's the severity of that behavior or whatever. So
how
it's
much? I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. That's all right.
Now, how much is that tied in to the child being able to read?
Oh, behaviors are
Yeah.
completely indicative of uh low academics completely. Kids who misbehave tend to be the statistics says kids who tend to misbehave the most are the ones that struggle, whether
With
it's
reading.
academic or with reading or whatever subject, or even could be social emotional problems.
Uh,
If a kid gets in trouble all the time, they're not in school to learn. So it go hand in hand. If you're not at school, you're not being taught. You're not retaining it. So you're
right.
completely going to act out when a test. If a teacher gave a test, let's say Jimmy, let's use Jimmy again. Jimmy been suspended for 2 days because he decided to want to push a kid really hard. Okay, Jimmy comes back on Wednesday. The teacher reviewing for the test on Thursday. So to be honest, I tell kids all the time, just because you're out of school does not mean that school stops.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Learning is still going on, and you're still expected. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but I'll go ahead and say it. When you're suspended, when a kid is suspended, they don't get exempt from anything. So, for example, let's say a kid was out of school for 10 days for fighting. Guess what? The teacher don't have to get the kid. The teacher don't have to let that child make up the assignments.
Right.
However, it is some teachers like me. I would be one of them. I wouldn't want to put in 10 zeros for a kid because that to me is going to fail them, right?
Right.
So, but parents don't realize this. If your kid misbehaves, especially if they're in high school, that's 10 days of your kid's education that's supposed to go to their credits.
Right.
A
Right.
teacher
Right.
don't have to excuse that, and they know that.
Yeah.
So
That what happened to me. The first semester of my 11th grade year. That's why I had to go to summer school. Uh, got into a little incident, and I was able to pass. I don't know how, but I was able to pass all my other classes except for one. That was geometry. You miss a couple of days of geometry, it's over with.
Oh yeah.
So I was never able to recover. So that's what I ended up going to summer school for, was geometry in 11th grade. But yeah,
that's an area that for some reason I noticed a lot of, like, even people that I knew and when I was in high school, they went to summer school for geometry. Geometry
yeah.
is like a struggle area for
I
some
don't know
kids.
why. I just couldn't get it. Well, I was doing okay until I got into a fight, and then when I came back, like you said, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, or two school weeks, I should say. 2 school weeks go by, you lost, man. You lost, and
Oh yeah, you're gonna be lost on
especially
geometry.
if
That's
I was,
something that you
I was
have to
I
stay
was
with.
kind of struggling with it from the jump anyway. So coming
Right.
back and they 2 weeks ahead, it's like, oh, well, that's a wrap. I guess I could have studied a little harder and caught up over Christmas break or whatever. But nah, I didn't do that. I just said fuck it.
Yeah, that's exactly what what's going on with the system.
But
So
I can imagine. I can imagine if you stay in trouble and then trying to catch up all. How many classes did you get? 7. All 7 of your classes. Yeah, if you're trying to catch up all 7 of your classes, that'll be hard to do.
listen, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That's why truthfully, that's why we have a lot of proactive measures in place to try to help these kids before they get to that point. Because we know once they go down that road, they're not going to recover. It's very evident. If you missing 10 days here and 10 days there, you're never going to catch up. School continues, right?
Yeah.
So you have seven classes per day that you have to be responsible for their assignments. Think about it. If you're having 7 classes and 7 assignments per day, by the end of the week, how many assignments you got?
Possibly 14.
7
Uh,
teachers,
oh,
5 days.
About
assignments.
20.
You have 35. You have 35
35.
assignments.
Yeah.
35 assignments just for that week. Okay. Then add another 35 for the next week.
Yeah.
You never you're it's almost
Another.
impossible unless you're very ambitious. And most kids who are getting in trouble like that, they're not very ambitious. They're
Not
gonna just
ambitious.
yeah.
Yeah. They were content with being the class clown. Hey, what's up, bro? What you got to add to this convo, man? What's on your mind? I can't hear you. We can't hear you. You going in and out. I don't know. We can't hear what you're saying. Hello.
I guess he's trying to fix it.
Oh, trying to fix it. Okay. Well, I ain't trying to fix that. I can't hear you, bro. Oh, I ain't trying to fix that. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay. All right. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, man, that's true. You kind of made me think about what I was saying earlier. Now, yeah, that now that I think about it, you're right. You get suspended a couple times, miss a couple days. Even if you ain't suspended, you just miss a couple days just because. Yeah, then I can see how you can fall behind real fast, and then if you in middle school, high school, it'll be hard to pull
It's
yourself out that hole.
Yeah, it'll drown you. And
But usually, the time when you get to high school, you have majority of your credits, so you wouldn't really be doing too many classes. You'll just be
Is
doing.
that
I mean, that's
child,
just
it
that's
changed now. It done changed. They even though you got most of your credits, you still required to do all those assignments. Like even, my
no,
daughter.
no. I'm not talking about assignments. I'm just saying, like when I was going to school, when I was in 12th grade, I already had completed all my credits, so I only had two classes.
oh yeah,
So
by
I'm
by
not talking
12th
about like
grade, by 12th grade, yeah, you probably got most of your stuff out the way. It's those first three grades.
Right.
That's where people drop the ball at it. If you make it to 12, you probably gonna make it all the way through.
That
It's
ain't that
just
ain't really true though.
no,
Like
I mean the chances are better. Don't get me wrong,
chances
because
are better. Yeah.
I almost messed up my 12th grade year too. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I almost that second semester. I don't know. The first semester, no, first semester. And what's funny about it, I only had one class that counted. Everything else was cake. I don't know. Somehow I almost failed that class, but I was able to turn it around second semester. But yeah, no, what I'm saying, like, no, what I say that is because most of the credits you need to graduate, you get them ninth through 11th grade.
right.
Unless you planning to go to college, then you got to take other classes. But if you ain't planning to go to college, then you get most of your credits that you need to graduate ninth through 11th grade. You might just need one or two more classes in 12th grade. So that's at least that's how it used to be. I don't know.
It's a little different now.
It's a little different.
Yeah, they don't let you try to take the easy way, especially our state.
Uh-huh.
Florida is not set up to just be a mediocre state, especially when it comes to like where they're trying to go academically with the kids to be in
Yeah.
competitive jobs. So now they sign you up for you either going to go a technical route or a college route, and
Okay.
because of those two routes, you're taking additional classes, not just the basic classes. You have to take certain classes into that technical route. If you choose not to want to go to college, you still have to go the technical route. It's no other choice. So,
Interesting.
huh?
That's an interesting. I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, and not a parent. I don't think a lot of parents know that because you'll have a kid to say, "Well, I'm not going to college. I'm just going to go ahead and get a high school diploma and be done."
Yeah.
Well, that high school diploma is not the high school diploma when we was in school. Now
Yeah.
it's more an advanced high school diploma. They want you to still be competent in other fields, even though it's not college, right?
Ah.
So they're set up. The system is set up to now expect, like for example, even when I was doing the registration, I was like, dang, these are a lot of classes that these kids are still required to take. Even when they get a senior, they're still taking a lot of technical classes. So where you could have like what, three classes and then the rest of them be study halls, they're not trying to set it up that way no more. They're trying
Uh-huh.
to have kids be engaged with other technical kind of fields courses versus just to say, hey, you're finishing up your school, you finish up high school, you need to just go ahead and just study hall. No, we don't. They don't do that no more. They're trying to make you, even if you want to go to technical route, you're gonna be competitive with the technical route now. It's the
I mean,
expect.
it makes sense. It makes sense because I think a lot of people in in my age group probably would have been very successful if they had other curriculums instead of just going to study hall and waiting.
Right.
So I think that's a
Oh,
great thing.
Yeah, it is, but
yeah.
it's more expectation. Like it's a very good thing for the ambitious kid, but it's a rude awakening for kids who thinking that they can just get into high school and I'm gonna get all these credits and then I'm be done. No, they setting it up where nobody you and then truthfully they're trying to make the classes stretch out so that you won't have so much free time. So it's
Ah.
yeah, it's not that easy getting. No, I won't say that if you are keeping your discipline going with how deliberate you are with your classes, you'll be fine. But for the kids who think that it's going to be a piece of cake when they get in high school, they're in for a rude awakening. And it's that reality that shakes them up. And when you're in high school, if you get behind, it's so, so very hard to catch up. So you got to stay on stay on your A game.
Okay, that's what's up though.
Great information.
What I'm saying, cause like I said, when I was a senior in high school, I think I had cooking, art,
That's
two
okay.
gy-
Those are good courses. Those are good courses.
two gym classes, economics. I like economics though. Economics and then I had one required class. That was English 3. But the rest of that stuff was cake. That was cake class. It's like going to school was just I was just going just to go. You know what I mean? Because I was done. I just needed to pass my final exams and pass English 3. That's all I needed to do. I was pretty much done. Um, by then, I already signed my contract for the army and everything, so I knew what I was doing after high school.
You had
Everything was done. Yeah.
you had a good direction because the military is also a path, and that's
Yeah.
a major path in high
It's a
school.
path. It looks like not too many people want to take that path no more. They're having a hard time recruiting folks right now. Yeah,
They gonna
that's
take it in high school though, because they gonna especially those ones that are it's not that more college focused, and you
right.
given that choice. Hey, is this way,
Right.
that way? What road are you
Not-
taking?
yeah, you got to take that road, man. But I think a lot of it's because we got this 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 weed culture has taken over,
Oh yeah.
and so they I'm not giving up my smoke. I rather work minimum wage job or whatever than go better myself because I want to smoke. You know what
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying? So I don't think too many people trying to give up that smoke and go on and sign up, or because they continue to smoke, they're gonna get in trouble. They gonna get in the type of trouble they don't want to be in, and everything.
Well, we
Uh,
know those people not coming from.
huh.
what.
I said we know those people.
Yeah, man.
They're not gonna come from a certain area.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
talking about the cocoa area. I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's a lot of drugs.
yeah, not too many people,
Yeah,
man.
what
I,
surprised me to
what's
hear?
that?
Maybe I'm just oblivious. I don't know. I was talking to one of my nurse friends who works at a high school. She's a nurse, and she was saying that one particular day, about 8 kids came to her office complaining about a stomach ache, right?
Yeah,
So they got a certain protocol, certain procedure that they got to follow, ask questions, da 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 da. Apparently, the kids brought edibles to school, and all of them like tried to take it real fast. And the kids was almost about to pass out up in the office, and she was like, this is some ridiculousness, like
yeah.
literally here, and she was actually mad.
So back to disciplinary. What happened to those kids? They it's obvious they was high on
Um,
school property.
so obviously that's a bigger picture than just her office. Obviously, she has to report that.
Yeah,
She didn't tell me exactly what happened, but I will say this: these particular kids was pretty good kids
yeah.
overall, and so it probably was not taken so severe in
Interesting.
that sense of
Of course.
trying to mess up their you know or tarnish their record. Um,
Hmm.
maybe more of a uh probably a process of like class giving them classes to take to obviously deter them from that.
On the
Probably
reason,
probably an incentive to keep
uh,
them from getting in trouble.
the
But
reason, yeah, the reason why I asked was I remember when I was in school, somebody came to school drunk. They were so drunk they ended up throwing up and everything like that. They caught a few days for that. They caught
oh, they went to jail.
no, they didn't go to jail. They got
On school
suspended
suspension.
for
Oh,
at least 3 to 5 days, if I remember
mm.
right. Yeah, I was just wondering, what happened to them. I remember, getting caught smoking in school would have been expulsion, or at least a long ass suspension. But now I don't know. They're not really worried about the vape pen situation.
No, the vape is a. I listen. I was thinking about this like a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'm trying to put myself back in high school and remember how we acted. I will say this. I have never one time ever seen. Now they probably did it. I have never seen a child try to smoke. I never
Hmm.
seen somebody to try to drink at my high school. Now it does probably happen, but it
Right.
wasn't common as it is now. Like these kids are literally pushing the envelope and doing it like they doing it like very clear out in the opening. And I'm like, where did we do that? What happened that these kids feel like they can be comfortable like that? Usually that was
That was
something like
embarrassing. That was
Yeah.
an embarrassing
there
moment
you
because
go. It was
you
taboo. It was
know how
taboo.
you got
Yeah.
you get out of a car with your parent and they smoke cigarettes and you get in there, you get in the class, and your teacher
Smell
like,
like
wow,
cigarette.
you smell like cigarettes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that
You
was
there.
the most embarrassing moment because you like, I don't smoke cigarettes. I was just
Right.
and so these kids don't care if they
They
smoking whatever and taking whatever and coming to school. Why would you want to be a zombie in class?
Right.
But see,
Right.
that's the thing, that's the society that we live in. Like these kids are so controlled social media wise that they just doing rambunctious, crazy stuff that don't even make sense. Like for example, like the kids taking the edibles in the morning. What was you thinking?
Yeah.
What
Okay,
Yeah.
was you thinking?
got
You're
to
gonna be sitting there looking stupid the
Yeah.
whole entire
school.
class. You probably wouldn't even know what class you're supposed to go to next.
No, but it's because it was such. Listen, it was eight of them. Okay, it was like
Damn.
eight preppy kids all complaining of a stomach ache and coming in
They're
there like
probably
they
paranoid. They're probably
right.
paranoid.
And then listen, some of them it was like their first time doing it, and so like their body reacted so bad to it, like they had to go rush to the hospital. Like it
Yeah.
was so severe. But my thing is this, like, where do we do that at? Like, you didn't, back when I was in high school, I didn't want my teacher to know I was doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I wasn't going to be out in the
Mm-mm.
opening so they could judge me. I don't know. That's just how I was in high school. I
I
didn't,
was the same way. I had to hide a lot of things. You hear me? I had to wear big clothes,
I
So
get it. I get it, Shug.
that was the most scariest moment for somebody to say, "Oh, what you got? What you doing? What you got going on?" So
Uh-huh.
Right.
I don't see how these kids are doing what they doing because I was so embarrassed for myself. You know what I'm saying? Then when people really found out, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, do I really still have to go to school?" But I was
Right.
there. I was there and I did what I had to do. But I don't know. These kids don't care. They don't care if they walking around with hoodies on and just just being real nasty.
Let me ask y'all how y'all feel about this because somebody asked me this question a couple weeks ago. Did y'all know that and I'm not being judgmental, so whoever is listening, I just want to talk about it because it kind of bothered me a little bit.
Yeah.
But how do y'all feel about having daycares in the schools and having car seats on the bus on the school buses?
Oh wow. That's
Mm,
interesting.
Yes,
But
that is what's going
my
on.
my high school actually started doing that in the early 2000s. They had a little daycare.
See,
Um, but that happened after I graduated, so I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that. I guess it's okay and everything. The staff, or hell, maybe even some students might be able to take advantage of that. But damn,
no, they did. They're definitely taking advantage of it. I mean,
the car seat on the bus.
yes,
Like, dang, I was like,
you get
well,
on the bus
I
and
guess if she is still dedicated to try to finish school, then I'm all for it. But
I'm
her
y'all
parents
already
parents should be dropping her off.
right.
that's a bit much. I feel like
Embarrassing moment to have a baby
huh?
on
So
that
you
early. I say it's
standing at
already
the
an embarrassing moment
you
to be
standing at the
pregnant.
bus stop
With
or
your child and like a
with
like
your
it's a
child. It's the car
bus.
seats.
bus.
Are their car seats or is it the school sports car
So
seats?
no, they actually got car seats that are on left on the bus, like just for the
Oh,
kids.
they left
Like
on the
they're
bus just for the kid.
yeah, they got the car seats there. So like when you get off the
I,
bus
I
at
don't know
school,
about
is
that.
it is it more kids having babies at a young age than it was when we was going to
yes, it
school?
is, and it's becoming more of a believe it or not, I heard that these girls are doing pregnancy packs. Like they actually like coming
Getting
together.
pregnant together at the same time?
Yes, getting
Oh
pregnant
man.
No,
together.
ma'am. Get the fuck out.
Oh my god.
Like I was like,
Uh-uh.
first of all, you didn't even want nobody to know that you was having sex at that age. Like what y'all are talking about automatically having babies? Are you
That's
crazy?
embarrassing.
But it's what it is. Like these kids are really growing up fast and they do not really understand what they're doing. And
Damn.
yeah, and so I
They
feel
screwing
like
up their whole entire life.
big time. Like don't
Yeah.
even understand it. It's
Because in about 5 years, the the whole pack gonna be all over the country. You know what I'm saying? Like what I mean, like this, everybody gonna move away and start their lives and everything, and y'all got together to have a pregnancy pack. Come on, man.
Y'all
That's
ain't even
crazy.
gonna be friends anymore. Y'all gonna
Right. Y'all
y'all
ain't even
gonna
gonna be
fall out the second
friends.
year because
As soon as they take a girls trip to
something
Miami,
crazy.
they're
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
fall
You're
out.
gonna fall out, and now y'all done had y'all baby together. Y'all playing this.
No, they ain't got.
What is this?
I think they're gonna stick together because they ain't got nobody but each other. Like at that point, when they
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know.
come crashing
I don't
down.
know, cause everybody, baby daddy ain't gonna treat them the same.
Well, I don't
Some
think
gonna,
it was a
some
baby.
gonna get ghosts, huh?
I don't even think it's a baby. It was a baby daddy situation. Listen to this. I think these girls was literally preying on different guys that they wanted to have babies with. Like this is a pat. This ain't like, hey, we've been in a
Uh,
relationship for so long, we want to have a baby. No, this is. Listen, I like this dude. He's very, he's the top of the basketball team or whatever.
So they don't
Like,
care who they have a baby by, they just have them
no, these girls
because they
are
popular.
together and
Mm-mm.
discussing who they would have kids with. You know what I'm saying? Like what they need to do. Like this is scary, man.
No
yeah,
ma'am, no ma'am.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
it's it's severe. Like who thinking about having no baby? Listen, I was not thinking stuff about.
Oh my
Well,
Yeah,
they
god.
just don't know the rest of their life. They're gonna be stuck with babies.
yep.
They're gonna be
And their
stuck with
life is gonna
babies.
be on hold. Their life
It's
is
gonna be on hold.
yep.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
And they're
I
not
don't.
even mature enough to even have babies because the fact is, one, they don't know how to take care of a baby. They don't know how to feed a baby. They don't know how to go out here and work for a baby. And these babies are gonna be left on the system or left on these grandmas and grandpas or just left. Period.
Oh no, you saw the new modern grandma, right? You see
Oh
them.
yeah, I don't see
Oh
her, but
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
just
they
saying.
tell you they
So
not
if she
dropping
don't
their
take it,
kids.
somebody got to get it.
Nah, yeah. Modern grandma don't babysit.
Modern grandmas tell you, I done had my kids, I done raised my kids. It ain't
Yeah,
happening, Captain.
yeah.
They're not letting you drop the grandbabies off over there. No.
Right.
So why?
But then,
So why are
but
they having them then?
what's crazy about the modern grandma is not only they they not doing what they mom did for them. Now at the same time, majority of them didn't plan well, so now they in their sixties and shit. So now you got to take care of them too.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta
crazy.
take care of them too. So your kids, let's say you had kids young. Your kids are hitting their 20s. Your parents hitting their mid to late 60s. Your parents didn't plan well, so now they looking on you to come hit them hook them up when they come up short or something like that. And then meanwhile, you couldn't get them to babysit for
Mm-mm.
Right.
nothing.
I ain't about to babysit nobody kids.
You're
I'm
like,
telling you.
nah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, what a difference! What a difference 20 years make. But 20 years ago, he said this, and this, but now you're in your 60s, and you having little struggles because you ain't playing too well. You was doing whatever the hell you was doing 20 years ago. Now you need some help. But I don't know, man. That's crazy. I seen that. I kind of agree, but then at the same time, I don't agree. If right, it still takes a village to raise these children. You turned
Yeah.
out good because your grandma has some part into it. If you know, that's what I believe. Because a little bit of whatever she had was sprinkled down on you, along with whatever your parents put on you and the community put on you. But now it's no community. It's just the child and their parents. Now this generation, I don't know. Maybe the next generation will get back to that old school where they come see about their grandchildren and stuff like that.
They're not even gonna be able to do that because you don't have that. You don't have these parents showing love to the grandkids as right now.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe what I'm saying is the parents of the children that the grandparents ain't coming to see about when they become grandparents, they kill that cycle. It's like, nah, this is how grandparents supposed to act.
Right, because they didn't get it.
You
Okay, I
know what
got
I'm
it. I
saying?
get it.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yep.
Because this is what my grandma did for me.
Right.
You know, my grandma actually came and saw about me. I ain't have to call my grandma to come see me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? My grandma would call, hey, won't you come over my house and cut my grass for me? So, you know, something
Right.
like, and then, just spend a little time with her and get my little $5 and she make me some, you know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
take me where I want to go.
I don't know. It's
Man,
just
it's
it's
crazy, man. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. but at the same time, but everybody right. Both sides are right on that one. Both sides are right. We ain't tell you go out there and get pregnant without a plan.
But now they got it where, you know, now they got it where the schools are having more of a contractual situation where they are able to give these kids birth control, not just condoms and what else? What is it? Now they're being
Lamar
able to
County?
administer birth control. You know what I'm saying? So like they're coming into the schools more and they're trying to do more preventative. Not preventative. They're not doing preventative no more. They're doing more educational um seminars to educate. Go ahead and open the door. Okay, hold on a second. Go ahead, keep talking. Give me a second.
So, but yeah, so I'm not. I don't want to assume where she's going, but she's saying the county is providing birth control.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Which is wild.
that would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it?
I mean, well, I guess they got to get
Would you
the
have
parent
to?
consent.
Yeah, of course
Yeah, they
you
get
have to get
they
parents.
get
Yeah,
parent
yeah,
consent. So they have it where they're doing more seminars and they're doing, back in the day it was very taboo for a kid to get on birth control before a certain age, but
yeah.
now
Right.
they're not it's not really an age restriction on that.
Right.
It's more like, okay, your child, you see your child having signs, you can choose to get your child. I'm not a pro person on that because it's a mixed feelings on that
What
because
about
whether
child on birth control?
because is
Oh
the
yeah,
child going to do it
I'm not pro that either.
right, because we don't
Uh,
know how this birth control will affect them later on in life, right? So like
yeah,
we want to stop it now, but what happens to later when you know they get into a healthy relationship and they're ready to get married and have kids, and what if they start having problems because of the birth control, being exposed to birth control so early.
yeah,
So
you got to preach healthy relationships and stuff like that.
huh
Yeah, you got to get back to talking about preaching healthy relationships and
healthy relationships
abstinence and
and
stuff
abstinence,
like that.
right?
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
really
To
preaching
me, in my
abstinence
opinion,
no
you
more.
pretty much giving them permission to go out there and do
There you go. Like it.
whatever. And it's like, oh, I know you out there doing it, so here,
But it do need to
you know
be
what I'm
talked
saying?
about a little bit more than
Instead of
because
saying, I know, I know you might feel like doing it or you are doing it, but I wish you wouldn't do it. But if you is gonna do it, protect yourself, something like that.
How about we start
Uh,
letting? How about we stop letting these kids have too much access to just being by themselves, right? Like
right? Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened
I agree. You got to keep them busy.
what happened to supervising your child? What happened to like spending time with your child? You don't
Yeah,
have to let your child go to Sally's party.
you
You
don't.
don't
No,
have
you
to
don't.
let your child go bowling, on a Friday night. Like certain things I feel like, and I'm not knocking parenting because parenting is hard overall. It's no answer to it. But some part of it, we giving too much leeway for these
Yeah,
kids to have time to be able to do stuff like that, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, it's so it's yeah. You got to keep them busy. You got to keep them
Yeah,
busy.
and you also gotta
Straight up.
you gotta sacrifice, and to be honest, you gotta sacrifice your time too. Like
You
as
got
as
to.
a parent, you might think because your child became 16 that they don't need you as much, but that's the time when they need you the most.
oh
You
yeah,
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
most
you
definitely.
you need to actually still, you need to still be your child's not best friend, but you need to be their person to go to.
They go
And
to yeah,
where you might have to change your schedule around a little bit to be more present. It just takes a little bit more being proactive to keep these kids from making those decisions of getting pregnant early or catching disease. I won't even go there to the when I tell kids about sex, I don't even go pregnancy first. We gonna talk about the STDs. Okay.
diseases. Yeah,
The part that you might get pregnant, but it's almost a good possibility you probably gonna catch something. The
right.
possibility of pregnancy could be there, but how likely will you catch something if Carlos and Jimmy over there, you screwing two guys or they screwing 1,000 women, whoever. So we need to be more realistic on telling these kids the reality of sex and spending more time with them. We supposed to be there for them. When they get 18, they're gonna go on and live their life. We only got a good 18 years with these kids. They can stop and spend time with their parents and do stuff that's more engaging than to be left alone and end up doing things that, they might regret later.
Yeah, we need more active parents. We really do.
We really do.
Yeah.
Take your kids
Active
on trips,
parents.
spend time with them, go bowling with them. It's gonna take a parent actually sacrificing a little bit of their life to make sure that their kid is set up for success. It's
Well,
just
it's really gonna be hard. I mean, right now, but I mean, going into the future because of the inflation problem. So a lot of
right.
parents are having to work multiple jobs, and they are gonna be neglectful to their children. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to. It's what take care of the bills or sit here and be a friend to your kid. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna be a
hard.
lot of it's gonna
Yes,
be a
It's
lot of
hard. It's hard. That's
it's a
why
adjustment.
lot of
It takes the
challenges.
community
it
to
takes a
step
village.
in
Yep.
and be like, okay, I got
Yeah,
them while you're at work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
we definitely need a community
We need
Yeah,
to. That's what
now.
we need to actually bring back. We
Now
need to
more than
bring
ever,
back
man. Because
our chain of parent calls. Right. You know how they have the what is it called when you all everybody jump in the same car to go to work? What's it called?
carpool.
carpool.
Okay, we need to bring back the parent pool. Okay, so Miss Molly, you got these kids on Friday. Jessica, you got them on Saturday. Like,
Hmm.
we need to start coming together as a team of people that wants to support these kids to keep them on the right path.
But I
And
think
Right,
I
that's
right.
say,
the like a brother sister club type of thing. That's what it's
yeah,
called.
but just having a pool of people that's there gonna be there for these
Hmm.
kids. I think if we have it set up where we are got full access on these kids, we won't they won't get in these troubles like that. I think it's when they have lack of supervision that they start getting involved with this. Not to say that they're not gonna have temptations like every kid would have. It's just you don't you can have the temptation of the thought, but you can't exercise it if you ain't had the opportunity to, right?
Right. They don't
So
have no eyes on them, so that's
right.
another thing why these kids are doing what they doing. So.
Come home and they watching themselves for like
Hmm.
8 hours until their parents get home, and nothing knocking the parent. I'm not knocking the parent because I get it. I know the struggle, but we got to have a system set up. These kids have too much time. They gonna get on social media. They gonna start doing stuff, crazy stuff. Um, I found out, one particular kid, young lady. I don't. She wasn't my student or nothing, but she's older now. She done created her OnlyFans page. Like she done, you know what I'm saying? She's still in school. She in middle school. You over there?
Oh, yeah, that's
Your mom
child porn.
at work, right? When your mom at work, when she's out there busting her butt to take care of you, you over there twerking and doing all kinds of crazy stuff
That's
on
wild.
um on the camera, and and then
And where she learned that from?
that's what I'm.
Social media.
I don't know what she probably did learn it on social media. Yeah,
Yeah, most likely. Well, I don't know.
but
But yeah, that's a good starter point. Damn, not twerking on not middle schooler with OnlyFans. How is that even possible?
it got bad to the
Like,
because this is what these girls don't understand, and it's boys too. And I'm not trying to say one sex is over the other sex, but let's talk about the girl, right? The
yeah,
girl start twerking. Guess what? 1,000 shares are going to be sharing with that video, okay? And that
yeah, yeah,
people don't know that schools are privileged to anything that has to do with these kids. We are
yeah,
privileged to information, so you can't hide stuff from us. So you even if though it doesn't happen at school, we're privileged to know about it. So where this thousands of boys shared these videos of this girl, now this girl has been brought to the school attention that she
yeah.
got. And now where the mom thought that this child was not doing anything, she now got not she but the parents got brought into finding out that their child got an OnlyFans, you
So
know.
she getting paid. They ain't paid one bill in the house.
How she
None of
get an
that.
OnlyFans and she don't even got a bank account? Oh, I guess she
Nah,
could do
listen,
Cash App.
what we got. Let's be honest, Mike. What these kids have access to
Cash App. Cash
cash.
App.
There
I
you go.
forgot about Cash
Cash
App.
App,
Yeah,
Apple Pay, all that.
Cash App dropped the age limit down to 13 a couple of years ago. I forgot
Hmm.
about that.
Hey,
Yeah.
check, you want to check the cash app.
Booty shake. Send it to Cash App. Oh my God.
I know
What a
it's
time, man. We living in a good time, but we living in a crazy time. And the technology. See, but the only good thing is when this generation have kids, they'll know all the tricks. Cause see, we on the front line of this we the parents that's happening. This shit happening to first. So when our kids become adults and have their own children, they'll know all the tricks because you know what I'm saying, because they did them, you know what I mean? So this ship might be able to get corrected, you know what I'm saying?
I hope so, because
That's the
shaking
only thing
on
I can think about
OnlyFans is not it.
because like I said, when we was in school, we had pages. What's the worst thing that can happen on a pager? Somebody assumed you was a drug dealer. That was the worst, you know what I'm saying? But with these touch screens, the smartphones and everything, you got all this information in your hand, but these kids are using it for evil, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
then they know how to hide the apps that they don't want their parents to see. You gotta really
Right.
be 2 steps ahead of them and everything like that. So, but by the time they in their 30s and 40s, they'll know all that. Like, hold on, nah,
you
let me, you know what I'm saying?
you gotta put
So
those secret apps on their phone and track
yeah,
their
track, do all
their
the track, and they'll be pros at that because they've been sneaking for 15, 20 years by then, you know,
Right.
so they'll be pros by the time their kids get their first phone. They'll be able to know, put the little secret app, the app won't even know that mom and dad monitoring them.
You
right.
remember that? Was it incognito Instagram thing?
It's still now.
Incognito Instagram? I don't know. I know incognito on Chrome.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on Instagram. You can go on Instagram and
Yep,
Oh,
create a
incognito?
yeah. You
but it's
create a
Facebook
profile.
too. Facebook got every
Facebook too.
yes, every one of them got it. The incognito the way of browsing and way of sending messages. Yeah, all of them have.
Right. You can send a message and they won't even the person won't even know who you are.
It's
None of that.
it's it's
Nine,
crazy, man. It's scary.
It is it's very scary because you
nine.
remember we was trying to look for somebody and we finally found her on Instagram and she sent a message on Instagram, but we really couldn't send no message back to her because she was in it.
Incognito.
And it was bothering us because we like, where are you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where, where
And
where's
she's like,
Waldo?
I don't gotta tell you where I'm
Wow.
at. And that was the only communication we could communicate through. And I was like, how in the world? Y'all so smart at doing stuff like this, but don't even know how to work really work a computer like that.
Right now, that's why I said they use it for evil.
Yes,
You know,
and that's what it
Kids,
was.
like
It was
we
to piss
like
you off.
they you
have-
know it.
they are so tech savvy. It ain't
What?
see three
Yeah,
4-year-olds being able to maneuver the tablets like before you didn't even teach them. They taught themselves. That's
Right.
see,
yeah.
that's another reason why I don't really feel sorry for these kids, you know, because whatever they want to know how to do, they'll know how to do it.
Yep.
But in something you want them to do, oh, show me how to do it. And I ain't show you how to do that, but you know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, go in there and figure it out, man. Go in there, push you out the, push you out there, try it out, figure it out. I'll help you,
It's
but I'm not
crazy.
gonna do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
They know how to work it.
you know, it's just like you know how
Like
it
them little
was.
babies know how to work them
If
little phones and
if
tablets.
you depending on your status, if you didn't have a dictionary, a thesaurus, or a set of encyclopedias at home, you would have to go to the library in order to do book reports.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
you know,
Was there
and
all the
then
time.
you know all that stuff. You know, now you don't, you know, what I'm saying you can literally write a book report the day before it's due now because you got all the information right here in front of you. You
Right.
the
Right.
phone, your tablet, your laptop, the
It's like
searches.
what's a book report? What do you mean? You mean I need
Yeah,
Right. Mm-mm.
Google? No, you need to read a book,
yeah,
okay?
you gotta read a book and write what you learned about the book or
Listen,
whatever.
they got they it's so bad because like this is really hurting our kids because they have cheat sheets for everything. You know how they used to have cheat codes for like video games and stuff?
Yeah,
You'll find the cheat codes and you put it in and you're in a going past. Well,
yeah,
now they cheat code or cheats for for being able to write essays and being able to do book reports and stuff. Everything
Yeah.
so accessible to these kids, and they don't read it. They just find, they type in what they want, and it's there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And like
They're
these
lazy,
Yeah.
lazy.
they
Not
don't
even
know how to
trying to
read a
put in the
book.
work.
They
Yeah.
don't know how to read books. They just know how to look it up on a Google or something. Like, no reading a book. You tell kids that they need to read a book, they're looking at you like, why?
Right.
Can I do it on my tablet? No, no, pick up that book over there.
Yeah. Not the dust off that
For real.
thing.
Like, but it's
Give me
boring
30 minutes.
so
Give me 30
long.
minutes to read.
Say again.
What you say?
No, I was saying not the dust off that thing. Get that book, open it up, and
Nah, they be
read
like,
something.
oh my God, it take too long. It's gonna take me a long time to read it. I said, but well, you wasting time. Go ahead and get started.
I mean, reading is good, man. Every now and then, read. I like. I have a couple favorite books. Y'all got a books that y'all read more than once.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Yeah.
used I used to be a fan of the Babysitters Club, but
Oh, that series of books. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that counts.
I used to be
Shit.
a fan of those, and then
You
it moved on to other.
That was your version of Dog Man.
Yes,
Dog Man comics, Babysitters
but I
Club.
couldn't. I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't. I just was like, oh yes, I gotta. I can't wait to go home and read this book. But as I
Yeah.
got, they had those adult version of books. I had a whole collection of them. I can't remember, and I didn't even get to read one of them. As I got older, I had ordered some books, but one person was like, let me borrow those books," and I knew they didn't know how to read, so I don't know why. I don't even know why I let them borrow them. So
Yeah, yeah. I loaned out a lot of books I ain't get back,
yeah,
man.
I
I
ain't
had to
getting none of them
buy
books
books
back.
over again and stuff like that.
oh,
Yeah, like I said, one of my favorite books is Autobiography of Malcolm X. That was a good book. A little,
oh,
s- a
you
little
know,
sci. Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, have y'all ever read the book autobiography of Jane Pittman?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, y'all gotta read. Listen, this is a book that's not like traditional book. This woman was a slave back in the day, but it was so real. Reading those books like that and getting the understanding of like what existed, and it's a real. So it's like not. This is not like just somebody coming up with what they think happened. This is like this woman. Somebody's actually going
Lived
over
it,
this woman
going
house
through it.
day and like writing down how she is and what she's thinking and what she's saying and what's going on in her life. And man, I could read books nonstop. Like, that's one of the things I think I'm very skilled at. I love reading. And it just makes me sad that people don't read no more. Like, you don't
Yeah,
see nobody reading. Nobody has a book. They always like on the tablet.
I'm
They,
guilty. I haven't read a book in a while.
well, you know what? We need to change that.
We need to change that. I need to get back
We need to
to
get
it.
us a book. Charmaine,
Yeah.
tell them about it. Tell them about it. Tell them what we trying to do.
Oh, what y'all trying to do?
We
Promote.
actually was trying to start a book club,
Ah,
and
okay.
the first book I actually wanted everybody to read was Poor Dad. You
Poor
know,
Dad, Rich Dad.
so
Kodak Black.
Oh, I thought you said Poor Dad, Rich Dad.
no, Rich Dad,
Oh,
Poor Dad.
Rich Dad,
Rich
Poor
Dad,
Dad.
Poor Dad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I read that one already.
But I'm just saying, I was trying to get everybody on that page first,
Oh,
and
okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good
then
Oh,
series.
so
after
you
you
read
read
that
that,
book. That's
Yeah, I
good,
read it. Yeah,
though.
I read the whole series actually. I read the
and
a whole
after
Rich Dad series. Yeah, it's
We
like
need
3 or 4 books. Huh?
you need to promote, man. That's what we need to promote.
Oh,
That's the
I
up
mean,
and coming group.
it's only see, like you.
her schedule busy, I
No,
don't even
I
know
mean, no.
how
What I'm
she
saying,
even.
like promote. When I
Listen,
say
I can make
when it
time.
comes to
Oh
people
no,
that
I
like
can
to
make time.
read,
I can make time.
people know
I
what I'm
love
saying. When
reading.
people that like to read is in our circles, you, my homeboy in Texas, and that's about it. Everybody else
Nah,
don't
we gotta
really.
promote it. We gotta
We
take
gotta get a.
we gotta
Oh,
take a survey. Take a
we gotta
survey
take
of
a
what kind of
survey.
books.
Like
I
minds
can read
come
anything.
together.
Yeah, come on. Even if we do a read on like like a digital read where we all like get on Zoom or something and like we talk about it. Like we
Oh,
need to normalize that. How we
you
expect these
mean
kids to want
read?
to read?
Go sit in a circle and take turns reading something like that, or
Oh,
just
like
get
we're
together
on.
and talk about it?
No, it's a book. It's like a discussion. It's like what we're doing right now
Discussion.
on this
Okay.
podcast. We're having discussions about it, but like we bring it into reality. We make it about us. Like we discuss things in a realistic perspective, because that's what reading's supposed to do. Even though if it's something that happened, you know, centuries ago, you bring it to reality of how it is and what you connect to the story with. It's actually really
Okay.
insightful.
Hey, we can
That's
do
a good
that.
one.
We can do that. I can.
I want to do it, man. I want
We
to do it.
got. We like I said, we got. We got the rich dad poor dad. I can reread it, refresh myself on it, then
I
we
got the
talk
book
about it.
already. You got the book, Charmaine. You got the
Yeah,
book.
yeah, we got it.
Yes, he bought the book for me.
Yeah, we got the book. We can read it again and talk about it. And then,
Because there's some pointers in there that I think we all can use as entrepreneurs.
Right.
yeah. So we'll have to link up and get together and talk about the book.
You know how we have our little, monthly get-togethers, like when we
Yeah,
food, read and eat. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have the
yeah.
sipping and art, whatever.
Sip and paint,
Sip and
read and
paint. We're
eat.
gonna sip.
Yeah.
We're
It's
gonna
really good to it. I think it'll be a great thing because everybody will be on the same page. They will understand what you done read. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't read the same thing. When you don't know the story, you be lost and confused.
right.
Okay.
So I think if we on the same page with the same book,
Let's see. Let's see. Let's look at the schedule here. All right.
I think we should do this. We need to
So
come.
should we have the book finished by a certain time and read it, or just link up every so often and talk about it?
I think we should have some homework. Okay. I think we should.
Okay.
We should take the initiative to lead by example. And if we are going to talk about chapter 5 and 6, we need to have 5 and 6 done. Or we want to,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? We need to discuss this thoroughly. It ain't like no, just hey, let's sneak into class and let's just act like we did something. No, like we should all take this serious.
I mean, since
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody have
Take
to
it
start
serious.
over
But I'm
in the
saying.
beginning, yeah, I think we do need to get on here and say what chapter, what chapter we
Okay.
actually
Just
went over.
a couple chapters at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got you.
It ain't
Okay.
drawn out thing. Let's just pop
So
conversation. You know?
Yeah, it don't have to be
not
drawn
that
out,
long.
Yeah.
but it'll be boring if you don't know what's going on.
Well, you wouldn't even be engaged. You're just gonna be acting like you know what it's something, but that's not the point of reading. In this situation, we want to all be engaged. We want to add something to it. It's important to do this, and then also it stimulates us intellectually.
Oh.
We become better readers. We become more intelligent. You know,
Okay. Check it. So Monday's a teacher's holiday, right? The
Monday
16th.
on 16th. Yeah.
That's a teacher's holiday. Okay, so we can link up either the 15th or the 16th and talk about a couple pages, couple chapters in the book.
All
How
right, we're
about it?
doing the rich dad, poor dad.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
sound good.
Sound good.
Just I guess we'll be with the
Are we doing
16th.
this on Zoom or are we meeting?
I don't care
Because
either way. How y'all
We'll,
want to do it?
I guess we'll probably do it on Zoom. We'll do it on Zoom. So
we still can see each other. We can still see each other on Zoom. So I think we can add as many people as we want to on Zoom as well.
Okay. So put in the comment box if you want to join the book read. What we gonna
yeah,
call it, guys? What we gonna
yeah,
what we
we'll play it out. So
go ahead.
y'all sound like y'all came up with the name already.
No,
I
we
don't know.
just
Oh,
I
y'all
don't have no name.
thought
book
y'all
club.
already had it together. Just book club. Well, right now, just book club.
Oh Lord, we're gonna be the no name book
The no
club.
name book club.
For real. I
Listen,
mean,
we can't keep on doing that now.
Yeah. Hey, my creative side of my brain is with the sleep already. I guess I don't know, but yeah, no,
the
we'll
key to knowledge or something. We'll call
that'll
it the key to knowledge book
that'll
or
be
something
a
like that.
homework assignment. Then
Kia
we'll by,
Kita
by,
Knowledge
by the
Book Club.
key to knowledge book club. I like it. Let's stamp it.
All right,
Boom.
let's
Put the stamp on it. All
yeah,
right.
That's
let's
a lot.
So you gotta have chapters 1 through 3 read by the 16th, so we can talk about it, right?
all right, that give us some good amount of time.
A good enough time.
Taking
Yeah.
the
That's
notes.
pretty good.
And then don't cheat. Don't cheat. You can't get no Kindle. You gotta read it.
Oh, I'm never buy no Kindle. I'm a book reader. I like paper copies, hard copies.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
what's up.
that's boring to me. I feel like, You can I do that in school. I gotta read stuff online in school, and I'll be like, dang, just send me a book. I want to see a book. But yeah, we could do that. Excited. Listen,
Let's do it. So the 16th, and then when we have, because the 16th I knew it was a holiday. So
yeah.
after that, we got to play it by ear because when I'm off, y'all working, and when I'm working, y'all off. So we gotta, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and everything. So yeah, go ahead again and tell us about uh YouTube page.
It's more the Facebook page called Stories Reading World. It was set up to read stories to kids. Hopefully inspire parents to want to show their kids how to read and how do you use the intonation to express the reading. But yeah, it's Stories Reading World. Check us out, Facebook page, a little bit on Instagram, a little bit on YouTube, about 3-4 videos on YouTube. YouTube take a long time to put those videos. Do y'all know?
No, not really. Once you
No,
upload it, you just
like
upload.
once we
Maybe
finish
I
once
was
we finish with this, it'll be up there instantly. Because
Mm-hmm.
this, I
oh,
don't know. I don't know. But you know what? I think you know what yeah, you're right. When you upload a video to YouTube, it do take a long time to upload for some
it
reason. I don't
does.
know why. Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess it depends on where you at because mine don't take that long to
yeah.
upload once
Like
I do it.
when you go live, it don't. But when you
Oh,
just record the video then upload it, it take a long time.
mm.
I don't
Oh,
know. I
I,
don't know why that is. But yeah, okay. So you got a couple videos on YouTube, but you got a Facebook page called Storytime Reading World, right?
no, not story time. That's
Why you gonna
somebody
do
else.
that?
Stories Reading World.
Stories, stories reading world. I'm gonna get it right. Take me a little bit. I'll
Yeah.
miss that one. But yeah. All right. What you got going on
That's
Well,
this week? No, it's Sherman.
this
oh,
week I am pretty booked for those that's asking, but I am willing to squeeze anyone in with the extra fee, of course. Um, I think you guys got to be a little bit faster than what you guys are booking. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and book the previous, go ahead. It's open. The months are open. So anybody that's looking to get their hair service for the next couple of weeks, go ahead and book your appointment. You want to be styled for Halloween, you want to be styled for the 1st of November, whatever the occasion is, birthday, holidays, baby showers, whatever, you can always go to glossgenius.com and book Charmaine Brown for any style.
All right, and as for me, I'm free this weekend. Don't got no events going on this weekend. But if you need help with your next event, hit me up at Universal Events.social. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Go ahead and follow those pages. And that's it. And uh, that's pretty much it. And I'd like to thank
Yeah.
everybody for tuning in tonight. And remember to always stop and smell the roses. Because what you're complaining about, somebody is praying for.
Yes.
So let's remember that.
church.
You know what I'm saying? Just remember that take the time to be grateful for what you do got. All right. Until next Wednesday, Glory Willer will be back here the same time, 8:30. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We didn't do our homework this week, so we just went off the dome. But it was pretty good conversation still,
That was
nonetheless.
good. That was good.
Yeah. So I appreciate you coming through with the insight on Brevard County School Board and teaching in general, and everybody else that contributed. Sorry, T Brown, you couldn't get through with the connection and everything, and everybody else that tuned in. Appreciate you. We'll see y'all next week on the No Name Night Show.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.